हेलो। तो भाई जहाँ तक है हमने वो जो टाउन था, अजीब सा नाम था रशिया में, तो उसको हमने बचा लिया है एनर्जी क्राइसिस से। अब हमको स्टेशन चालू करना है स्नेज़नाया में, ताकि हम आगे बढ़ सके और मेन स्नेज़नाया सिटी के अंदर जा सके। टाउन का नाम है स्रेटोनोजोर, पता नहीं है, अजीब सा नाम है। तो इसको हमने बचा लिया था लास्ट टाइम। हम आगे देखेंगे कि आगे क्या करना है अपने को। आगे हमने शायद यहाँ का स्टेशन चालू करना है। एनर्जी क्राइसिस से बचा चुके हैं। लेट्स सी।
Adventure time.
हाँ, कोई भी चैट पे आ रहा है गाइस। मैं चैट पढ़ पा रहा हूँ। पिछली लाइव स्ट्रीम में थोड़ी ऑडियो की दिक्कत थी, थोड़ी फटी फटी सी आवाज आती थी। आई थिंक इस समय
Hang
नहीं आ
tight for
रही
a
होगी
moment.
वो आवाज
This
ऐसे।
old lady, she doesn't really know who's who anymore.
ओके, तो हम इसके यहाँ रुकने आए हैं।
Oh, grandson. It's so cold today. You must be.
Madame, it's
Just-
me, Alosha.
अच्छा, ये भूल गई है औरत।
Alosha?
वो
Alosha who?
You know me. I came by earlier today. Clean the ashes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember. Now, how often do I get to see my grandson? Hmm? Come on, take a seat and relax while I fix.
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's nice to come and visit your old granny once in a while, isn't it? Sretomoros, a good town. All sorts of
Sretomoros
things
नाम
to
है,
do and
Sretomoros।
people to meet. And the local officials are good to us.
Sretomoros, Moros, Sretomoros, Sretomoros। ठीक है, ओके।
Sit down. Come on, take a seat. I still have
बैठने को कह
Please
रही है,
don't
चल
get
के
up on
बैठ
my
जाएंगे यार।
account. You need to rest.
right under the basket by the door.
बेचारी बुढ़िया।
Well, grandson dear, do you like it?
Very much, ma'am. It's delicious.
Good, good. Wonderful.
You don't need to save any more for me next time, all right? Fresh fruit is hard to come by at the moment. You should eat it as soon as you get it.
अच्छा, इसने खाया नहीं, इसके लिए बचा लिया। अरे यार,
Oh,
अच्छी
I don't
बुढ़िया
need
है।
it. I'm fine. But if you like it, come back for some more soon.
Some kind soul must have given these to her. But she always saves the nicer things for special occasions.
बचा लिया उसने। तू कैसे
I
जानता है
met her at the
उसको?
market back before her health began declining. She was a lovely old lady. Not many people have heard of Alatir, and if they have, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. There's a gang of highwaymen that came from there.
एक गैंग आई है वहाँ से एलिटेड से।
Now that it's an
अब
abandoned
कोई एलिटेड
village,
को नहीं
it's
जानता,
rare to
अबंडन
find
कर
anyone
दिया
who
उस
shares
विलेज
fond
को।
memories of our hometown.
अच्छा,
So after we got talking and realized we were from the same place, we decided to keep in touch by letter.
after we got talking and realized we were from the same place, we decided भाई ये
I
भी
first
एलिटेड
learned of
का है।
Stratomoros's energy supply problems from a passing comment in one of her letters.
अच्छा,
Then, after her health went downhill, I started
लेटर से
visiting more
मालूम पड़ा
often to
इसको
check in
कि
on her.
एनर्जी क्राइसिस में है।
The town's been in decline for a while now, but because of her memory problems, she thinks of it as the bustling, prosperous Stratomoros still in its heyday. That said, I kind of appreciate her optimism. There's not much of it going around in this world of ice and snow. It's fine. Everyone grows old. In Snezhnaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you'll sense a familiar presence by your side. You turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you focus hard, trying to make out who it is. And when you finally see their face, the Grim Reaper reaches out and takes your life.
ग्रीन रीपर कौन है भाई?
She still calls me grandson, though. So at least I'm not a blurry face in her world. Come on, let's get back and see how Paimon's doing.
चल भाई पाइमॉन को देख क्या ठीक है कैसी है। लेट्स गो। उसको याद हो तो हमने एक जगह छोड़ा था शेल्टर में, किसी ने छोड़ा था, उसको छुड़वाया था वहाँ पे कि यहाँ रेस्ट कर लेगी। देखते हैं कैसी है अब।
Off we go!
चल जाता हूँ। अलोहा's हाउस में। इसको नहीं पता है अलोहा एक नया 4 स्टार कैरेक्टर जो फ्री मिल रहा है स्नेज़नाया में एंटर करते हुए, फ्री आपको मिल जाएगा।
Yep, Paimon's not cold anymore, but she's still a little dizzy. Flying probably isn't a good idea right now. But Paimon's sure she'll be fine. It's probably...
Her complexion's looking
चलो
much
ठीक है
better.
पहले से।
Let's keep an eye on her.
जब से पाइमॉन स्नेज़नाया आया तब से तबीयत खराब है पाइमॉन की। पहले इसको बचा के लाया, फिर गर्मी थी, एक बंदे ने जो डायरेक्टर था फटुई का, उसने उसको शेल्टर में रखा। शेल्टर में रखने के बाद पता चला कि वो खान लिया का था उसकी आंखों से, तो वो छोड़ के चला गया। हमें एक सिस्टम भी मिला था, ग्लासेस, जिसको पाइमॉन गॉगल्स बुलाती है, जिसने हमें ट्रेन समन करवाई थी वहाँ पे। लेकिन वो ट्रेन ट्रैक्स उसके अपने पड़ पुराने थे तो नीचे गिर गई थी। देन वी लैंडेड टू दिस टाउन स्ट्रैटो, नो पता नहीं क्या नाम है, स्ट्रैटो रोज कुछ करके।
I'll explain. It's
वो
a bit
एनर्जी
of a
क्राइसिस
long
थे, हमने
story.
वो सॉल्व करे और अलोशा और मैंने मिलके करे थे सॉल्व। नाउ वी आर गुड टू गो।
Jeez, you guys got pretty busy. Sounds like the liaison officer. So, you said the train station will open again soon.
Yeah. Well, enough
जल्दी
to
चलेगा।
survive at least. Project Stuja isn't going away anytime soon. Don't know. The goal of Project Stuja is to gather energy for the Tsaritsa, but no one knows where that energy's going.
तो
It's never been made public.
प्रोजेक्ट स्टूशा जो है वो सरीसा ने, जो यहाँ की आत्मा ने, उसने चालू किया है, जिसके लिए बहुत सारी एनर्जी चाहिए और वो एनर्जी ये लोग एक क्रिस्टल से ले रहे हैं जिसका नाम क्या था, मैं
The
नाम
thing
भूल
is,
गया।
we were told that the project would only last for 6 months, but time and time
लोग
again,
वो लोगों को
keep
गर्म
extending
रखने
it.
के लिए काम में आता है, लेकिन इन्होंने सप्लाई फेयर मिनिमम पे चला रहे हैं ताकि डिमांड पूरी हो सके, एनर्जी डिमांड, हाई डिमांड जो प्रोजेक्ट की है। इस वजह से लोगों की डेली लाइफ थोड़ी सी हैम्पर हुई है।
Extending it? Is that that mean the Tsaritsa's plan isn't going very smoothly?
That's what everyone suspects. In principle, any proposed extension needs to pass by majority vote in the Snezhnaya Veche. But even though opposition has been growing, any detractors end up caving into political pressure from the rooster, Pulcinella. He's the chair of the Snezhnaya Veche and a key figure in the voting process. He has the backing of many powerful and influential people.
How come the Fatui are picking on ordinary people even here in Snezhnaya?
I don't see it like that. Fundamentally, the Fatui will always think and act in the Tsaritsa's interests, but that doesn't mean they don't care about the plight of the common folk. The only reason Sratomro still receives crystal shipments is because of a relief proposal put forward by the rooster himself.
नाम है इस टाउन को जिसको हमने बचाया और जिसकी हम बात कर रहे थे क्रिस्टल की क्रिस्टल ये है.
Then there's the Fatui soldiers providing support in every corner of the nation.
इससे
Even the
लोग
Northland
गर्म
Bank
रहते हैं,
provides
एनर्जी
more
मिलती है
for
उनको
disaster
काम करने
relief,
की.
and they're as conservative and indifferent as they come.
क्रिस्टल
It's just that the rich and powerful in their fancy palaces live in a completely different world from us. There's always going to be some conflict when those worlds collide.
रोपोर्ट एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो कि एक खुफिया जासूस की तरह समझ सकते हो. जैसे मोसाद हो गई वैसे ही समझ लो.
Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are still many differences of opinion on how best to tackle the big issues of the day. Regular folk don't have an easy way of getting their voices heard in Snezhnaya, while the rich and powerful are either unwilling or afraid to speak out for all sorts of complicated reasons. The Rokad provides the disaffected with false identities and an outlet to vent their frustrations. Of course, an organization like that exists in a gray area. The moment the Veche think they've crossed a line, there's sure to be a crackdown. But so far, they've been doing their best to help the common folk. Like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate to join in. You're not new to this, I can tell.
That's because we're adventurers. It's our job to help people out with commissions.
Sounds like we're going to get along.
सही है.
So, what's your business in Snezhnaya? Aside from taking your friend to see a doctor, of course.
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's complicated. I've had run-ins with many of the Harbingers along the way, and I really need to know what the Tsaritsa is up to.
मैं अपनी आइडेंटिटी बता दी कि भाई मेरे को तो सरीसा से मिलना है भाई. कैसे भी स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड बता दी भाई. इस बंदे ने हार्बिंजर्स बहुत सारे मिले हैं. अब उससे जानना है कि भाई क्या प्लान है सरीसा का.
Her ultimate goal? What the no-sees mean in all of this? Since I've made it this far in my journey, I have to find the truth, whatever it takes.
Wait, so... no way. Are you who I think you are?
अरे भाई सबने कहानियां सुन रखी है अपनी. साउथ का हीरो हो गया भाई ट्रैवलर.
Sounds like you've heard of us then.
More
We're
famous
getting more famous by the day.
Yes.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants.
अरे भाई.
Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning, and why it has to involve us freezing to death in the snow. But getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times, and right now, she's probably not even in Snezhnaya. Word is, she's heading east on a campaign to slay a monster.
ईस्ट में गई है किसी कैंपेन में एक मॉन्स्टर को मारने. सरीसा जिसकी वजह से blizzards आ रहे हैं.
So you've heard of it. A wild, unpredictable monster with the power to summon snowstorms.
अच्छा एक मॉन्स्टर है जो स्नोस्टॉर्म क्रिएट कर रहा है. उसको मारने गई है
It also
सरीसा.
absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constantly. Now it's
बड़ा
so
होता जा
big
रहा
that the Tsaritsa has deemed it the #1 threat.
है,
Luckily,
नंबर 1
as it
थ्रेट।
grew, it became increasingly less mobile, so it doesn't pose an immediate threat to this town or to Snezhnagrad. I'm sure that Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them.
ड्रूज
It's
ना
just a
जो है
question
उसका
of how long it'll
पर्सनल
take.
कार्ड है सरीसा का, नया करेक्टर पता चलेगा।
Suffice to say, you won't be seeing her anytime soon. You'll have
ईस्ट
to
में
wait
जाइए
until
तो
she
हम
gets
मिल नहीं
back.
पाएंगे, उसको वापस आएगी तब मिल पाएंगे।
Fair. Well, the Fatui will be taking over management of the train station for the time being. Things should be up and running by tomorrow. Once it's
तो
open,
कल से
we can
ट्रेन
see
चालू हो
about getting your
जाएगी जाना।
train towed to the station.
सही है, मतलब हम अपनी ट्रेन को स्टेशन पे लगा सकते हैं और एनर्जी वापस रिकवर हो ही गई है, कल तक सही हो जाएगा सारा
That's
स्टेशन
gonna
पे।
take a lot of manpower. Are you
एक्चुअली
sure we can talk them
लास्ट
into
टाइम
it?
हमारी ट्रेन क्रैश कर गई थी क्योंकि ट्रैक्स रिपेयर नहीं थे, ऊपर से यहाँ का स्टेशन बंद था, एनर्जी क्राइसिस की वजह से अब सॉल्व हो गया। अगले दिन हम ट्रेन पकड़ के जा सकते हैं आगे अपनी।
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we helped them out. Should be easy enough to negotiate. As far as I know, all the paperwork is dealt with upon manufacture. I've never seen anyone check it, so I wouldn't worry. Having a train makes everything much easier. We'll reach Snezhnagrad in no time. I need to head there myself anyway. Got some game to trade for Mora. I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
स्नेज़नोग्राड नाम ना सिटी का। I'll introduce स्नेज़नाया नाम होना चाहिए ना, तो इंट्रोड्यूस होना चाहिए। ठीक है,
Thanks so
डॉक्टर से
much.
मिलवा देगा ये।
What?
चलो भाई, कल ट्रेन पकड़नी है। सही है, गो टू स्टेशन, लेट्स गो।
Adventure time!
एक मिनट जरा मैं ऑडियो देख लूं, सही आ रही है नहीं आ रही।
Adventure time!
एक मिनट जरा मैं ऑडियो देख लूं, सही आ रही है।
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
ठीक है, लेट्स प्रोसीड फर्दर। थोड़ी थोड़ी ट्यून ये तो वैसी सी लग रही है ना, तो मेरू जैसी थी सॉन्ग।
Adventure time!
ये लोग खड़े हैं, अब तो पटरी बता दिया, पटरी ने छोड़ दिया इसको अपने।
Drive carefully, all right? You don't want to end up in this situation again. Also, I don't think I've seen a train like this before.
भाई
Is it
कोई
a new
पुरानी सी
model
ट्रेन
or
अपन ने
something?
उठा ली है, क्या बात है भाई। अपने थैंक्स टू द वो गॉगल्स जो हमें मिले हैं।
Not a fan of small talk, are you? Anyway, take this. It's an up-to-date map of the Snezhnayan rail network.
क्या बात है।
All the track switching is automated. So, as long as the train's moving, you don't need to worry about collisions or anything. We'll leave you to
Sahih hai.
examine the train's conditions yourselves. Fingers crossed nothing's broken. I doubt Sratom...
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for everything.
All right then.
चलो भाई,
Have a
अपने
safe
को
journey.
रूट मैप मिल
And
गया
make sure to
ट्रेन
check
का।
everything's working before you set off.
चलते हैं, लेट्स गो। हमारी ट्रेन ये हमारी ट्रेन नहीं है यार, यही थी क्या जिसमें हम बैठे थे लास्ट टाइम? यही ट्रेन है, चलो बैठ जाते हैं। कुछ जाने को कह रहा है। Drive the tray using ice. Okay. But कैसे होगी ड्राइव? अंदर जाना है, कैसे जाएंगे? ऑलरेडी है ना। अच्छा, एक्टिवेटिंग। ओके, समझ नहीं आ रहा यार। ये फॉन्ट तक खोल ही लेते हैं। यहाँ से चालू हो जाएगी। ओके, तो अभी हम स्ट्रैटो मोरोज पे रानकोवा जोरिया करके स्नेज़नो ग्रेड है वो स्टॉक करके इस पे चलते हैं क्या?
Alright. Looks like our destination settings have been applied. Let's give this thing a final once-over and then head out. Goggles, your time to shine.
Affirmative. Running vehicle diagnostics.
सही ले जाएगा।
What's this?
मुझे पता ही नहीं है क्या है।
Engine, green. Wheels, green. Frame, minor damage, but no impact on function. Diagnostics complete. All systems nominal.
सही है।
Paimon still can't get over the fact that you just found this tech lying around in a random cave.
केव में मिल रहा है भाई अपने वो आयरन मैन की तरह।
I've lived in Snezhnaya my whole life, and I've never heard of an interactive talking train autopilot.
Strictly speaking, I wasn't designed purely to drive trains, though I doubt you have any interest in navigating the practically unreadable operator's manual. All configurations are complete. Should you require...
Away we go! Ooh, nope. Paimon's gonna find a warmer seat.
चल गए भाई ट्रेन। नाइस।
Huh? What's going on?
जब चाय जम गई
Oh,
ऊपर।
no.
What is this
What is
place?
this place? Traveler, are you okay? Paimon's still airborne, but it feels like swimming through thick, gloopy water.
Just our luck. Of all the things that could have gone wrong.
Halosha, you're Snezhnayan, right? Any idea what the heck this place is?
It's called the Shadow Realm. A place
Shadow
where no
Realm.
wind blows, no light shines, and no elemental energy flows.
अरे
Even
अबिस
time
की तरह
itself
है
doesn't
क्या?
exist here.
कोई खड़ा
It's
हुआ
a world
पीछे.
where everything seems to come to a standstill. I've only seen it a few times before, and this is my first time inside. It's a dangerous
Shadow Realm.
place. Most people who get sucked into the Shadow Realm are never seen again. And the few who do make it back, they're never quite the same.
Huh? Then what the heck do we do
अरे
now?
भाई हम कैसे निकलेंगे? हम
Maybe
सेम रहेंगे
goggles
नहीं
know
रहेंगे
something.
यहाँ से निकलने के बाद?
Goggles?
बॉल्स कहाँ गया?
Great! Now we're done for!
Hold it together. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I heard a story once about the world of shadows. If it's true, there's a way to escape. We just need... Come on. Let's explore.
चलो देखिए शैडो रैल्म में क्या क्या है. सामने कोई खड़ा सा दिखा ना?
Look at these Fatui! It's like they've lost their minds!
Their shadows have been devoured. They're no longer amongst the living.
सब मर चुके गए. अरे भाई.
I can't channel elemental energy here, but I have a few gadgets that still work.
एलिमेंटल एनर्जी नहीं चलती है. ओपन कैरेज. तो ये शैडो रैल्म. क्रेजी हो रहा है भाई, क्रेजी. लेट्स सी.
Wait! What's that blue thing? Is that... goggles?
अब वहाँ कैसे पहुँच गए?
Guess we'd better find a way over.
चलो भाई चलते हैं आगे. चल मुझे नहीं लड़ना. हट. जेंशिन के म्यूजिक भाई एक नंबर होते हैं. बीजीएम.
Goggles!
Hello. I am glad to see the three of you safe and...
For now, at least. But things aren't looking too good.
Correct. We are now inside what is known as the Shadow Realm, the darkest space in the shell, where even the Most High is loath to cast its gaze. Time and space hold no meaning here. It
Time और space
intersects
का कोई
with the
meaning
world
नहीं
of
है.
the light realm only rarely, like an air bubble that rises to the water's surface. We
Okay.
must leave this place before it sinks back down into the depths once more.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Yes. In fact, the very purpose of my creation was likely to... from the Shadow Realm.
भाई ये मतलब शैडो रैल्म में बना था.
It appears that key data is currently inaccessible. But now is not the time to resolve that problem. I have marked the exit to the Shadow Realm for your convenience. In addition, I have prepared some equipment to aid you as you traverse the Shadow Realm, traveler. It may
बात
well
है?
be one of my core functions.
सही है.
Scan complete. Construction in progress.
एक नया इक्विपमेंट मिल गया अपने को यहाँ पे
Activation
सरवाइव
code.
करने के लिए.
We once peered into the past from the ruins of the shadows. This is what remains of the Golden City, Hyperborea.
हाइपरबोरिया. ओके. ये मेंस है सिटी के. हाइपरबोरिया नाम की सिटी. अच्छा. इस अरे कपड़े मिल गए मेरे को. बंदूक मिल गई भाई. क्या बात है. अलग ही लेवल चल रहा हूँ मैं.
Whoa!
Now go. Arm yourselves with weapons of the spirit. Bring down the
क्या बात
walls
है.
of the stronghold and extinguish the flaming arrows of the wicked.
Is
क्या
this
बात है
a
भाई.
gun?
पता आयरन मैन बना दिया भाई इसको.
In the Shadow Realm, where humans cannot channel the elements, there once was one who, after much research and many attempts, found this to be the most effective means of attack.
अच्छा.
Let's go. We don't have much time.
वो कह रहा है कि यहाँ पे एलिमेंटल एनर्जी नहीं यूज कर सकते, इसलिए सबसे बेस्ट मेथड है गन यूज करना। ये किसी ने बनाई थी, फाइंड किया था शैडो लैंड में, ये सबसे सही तरीका है लड़ने का। जाना कहाँ है?
When you encounter small obstacles, you can simply clamber over them.
ओके,
You can slide to navigate through low,
अरे
narrow tunnels.
साइड कर, नाइस।
Obstruction ahead. You may be able to use the explosive. Since elemental energy
रीलोड का
for
बटन दिया, क्या
long-range
बात है,
targets, try using the scope to line up your shot.
नाइस। आई थिंक मुझे इसको मारना पड़ेगा। Nice.
Many hostile units approaching.
मर
I
चुके हैं, तो उनकी
suggest a
शैडो
new
क्या
strategy. Take cover and pick the
खबर ले तो चुके हैं यार। एमओ है इसके अंदर, सही है। मार दे, चल।
We are under heavy fire. I suggest taking cover to avoid enemy attacks, then waiting for a suitable moment to counterattack. More enemies detected. Try attacking with the newly unlocked assault function.
असॉल्ट फंक्शन, नाइस।
Light him up!
खबर लेना पड़ेगा। जेंशिन में शूटिंग करने को मिल रहा है, और कैसे आगे आ गया? मार के
Nice.
हेल्थ ले लेते हैं। और हाँ, नाइस। रीलोड करते हैं, नाइस। मार दिए बंदे। लेट्स गो। कपड़े मस्त लग रहे हैं यार, ट्रैवलर के जो।
Aim at the freeze mark and pull the trigger to move using the rope.
ओह, नाइस। इसमें क्या एमो है?
Catch
और
my breath.
नाइस, एमो मिल रही है। बंदे 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 बंदे।
Charge!
ठीक है, बंदा हो रहा है यहाँ पे।
Some supply points
Nice.
can restore a small amount of stamina. Press on.
इसमें मारना है। बस। और बंदे हैं।
State number 2. Mind the rhythm. Fall back.
नाइस। एमो नहीं है।
Reload.
एग्जिट कहाँ है शैडो रन का यार? चेस्ट रखिए, तो हमने खोली नहीं है। अरे अरे अरे
Take great care not to fall down. Shoot.
भाई अब गिर गया तो क्या करें? बहुत एग्जिट आ गया शायद.
You should be able to use the prime ice construct left here to cover long distances.
यूज कैसे गेम करके? नहीं
Change of tactics.
नहीं नाइस. नाइस पहुंच गया.
How do we get over there now?
वही मेरा भी
I
क्वेश्चन है.
recommend using this grappling gun. Such devices were originally used to secure structures in the Shadow Realm. If you detach the connected hook, the grappling gun will automatically fire a rope to another nearby hook.
Okay.
रिमूव कैसे होगी? रुक गया. कह रहा है कि कोई और जगह हुक फेंकेगा अपने आप, इसको हटाना पड़ेगा. कैसे हटाए? शूट
Light 'em
करके?
up.
नहीं.
Charge.
नहीं. हाँ खत्म कर दो. नाइस. Sigils.
Back in business.
ये क्या है? ये क्या है? What is this? नहीं. क्या चीज है भाई ये? क्या चीज है ये?
Back in business.
चलो.
Sprint at the prime ice launcher to reach high places with ease.
स्प्रिंट. क्या बात है?
Back in business. Light 'em up.
चल चल चल.
Reload.
Usable munitions detected. Frag crystal.
क्या होता है इससे? ठीक है. ये भी इलेक्ट्रो डैमेज देता है. क्या बात है? नाइस.
Demolition time!
Defenses have been breached! Taking cover!
अरे बे,
Demolition time! Back in business.
Shift your center of gravity and slide down.
अरे भाई यहाँ से कहाँ जाऊँ? चलो ये अपने आप ही मूव कर रही है।
How much longer is this gonna take?
The exit is right ahead. We are very close now. However,
It's like they're trying to keep us trapped here. That platform and the carriages are swarming with undead Fatui. Guess we gotta storm through.
कोई नहीं, वहीं चलेंगे भागते हुए।
Time to catch my breath.
ठीक है, let's go, let's go। ठीक है, आपने ब्लूप्रिंट मतलब अपने को एक हाई सही है। नाइस।
you may find switching to assault mode makes your attacks more effective.
चलो एक और गन है अपने पास। क्या बात है?
Reload!
चलो हाँ,
Time to catch my breath.
क्रिस्टल्स पड़े हैं। चल भाई, कितना और रह गया? ओके, सामने एक बड़ा अपोनेंट दिख रहा है।
Demolition time!
यार दूर से ही मार दिया भाई उसको। एग्जिट मिल गया।
Huh? Why is everything shaking so much?
Looks like the Shadow Realm is about to sink back down into the depths.
The exit is right here.
You mean we...
No time to think. We just gotta go for it.
आगे बाहर नहीं आए तो फिर रह गए अंदर ही। आगे बाहर गए।
I can't believe the Shadow Realm manifested right on the railroad tracks. It's lucky we made it out. Oh,
Ah, so you have heard of the Golden City before?
Hyperbosa?
Yeah, it came up a whole bunch in Nokrai. You're
Why,
a pretty
Babodia?
big surprise in that sense, aren't you, Goggles? We had...
Make no mistake, it was a team effort. For a first, as Alosha said, it is highly unusual for the Shadow Realm to manifest in a place like this.
सही बात है।
Let's hope not. If anything else goes wrong with this trip,
ट्रेन ट्रैक तो कहाँ से शैडो realm आ गया यार, वही तो।
The Shadow Realm can appear anywhere, not just on the railroad. Now, if you wish to further calibrate and upgrade your firearm, you may do so over there. Please take a moment to catch your breath while I repair the body of the train.
तो रिपेयर कर रहा है।
thanks, Goggles. You're a trusty train conductor.
Yes, of course. And just like the Eye of Grey, I am sure it will be a great asset to you in your future adventures.
अच्छा ये
Let's
भी
get some
अपग्रेड हो
fresh air
सकती
while
है
the
और
Eye of
गन भी।
Yeah, sure.
चलो।
Paimon wants to forget all about the Shadow Realm. It was so creepy. It's so quiet here for a train station.
सुनसान जगह है।
Huh? So much for repair. You've swapped our train out for a whole new model.
अरे पूरी ट्रेन चेंज कर दी भाई इसमें।
My plan was to restore the train to its original appearance per my records as quickly as possible. Now that the repairs are complete, the train offers optimized performance and a significantly improved trendiness level.
भाई ये केब में मिली है मेरे को। अरे पूरी ट्रेन बदल दी।
Didn't know trendiness was a parameter.
According to my calculations, parameterization is the most effective way for the Eye of...
Hyperborea, huh? I'm sure I've heard of that in a story somewhere.
हाइपरबोरिया कहाँ की स्टोरी थी? Okay. स्नेहजाया के एडवेंचर जनरल है। ओके चलते हैं यार आगे, पहले तो ओपन कर लेते हैं चेस्ट वगैरह यहाँ पे।
Now that's what I call treasure.
और एक टेलीपोर्ट वे पॉइंट खुला है अपना, वो भी ओपन कर लेते हैं। ठीक है, एक्सप्लोर करूँ क्या कुछ? यहाँ पे भाई कोई रहता ही नहीं है, यहाँ पे खाली पड़ा है। लेट्स गो, हम लोग इसके आगे चलते हैं।
Off we go.
चल भाई आगे चल। भाई इंडोर भी पूरा बदल दिया बंदे ने, क्या बात है। ये भी हाइपरबोरिया के बारे में सोच रहा। अरे चल दी ट्रेन, ओए होए, बैठ के देखते हैं आराम से, क्या बात है। गजब गजब, नाइस,
Really?
मजा सा आ रहा है भाई ट्रेन में।
Railroad over a canyon, huh?
You might want to avoid looking down if you're afraid of heights.
No, it's not that. Paimon's just praying that we don't have yet another accident.
पहुंचने वाले हैं हम लोग।
That mountain is breathtaking. Reminds Paimon of Dragonspine.
अरे हाँ,
They say
ड्रैगन
this
स्पाइन
mountain
लग
is
रहा
the
है।
domain of a Snegovic lord. A lot of the Snegovic retreated there to live in seclusion, so it's a pretty mysterious place. We hear all kinds of stories. Even the
शायद
residents of the nearby town of Svietlo-Lidovka steer clear of the summit. and they make a living off of
भाई
harvesting
बहुत
prime ice.
डिफिकल्ट नाम है। कोई यहाँ पे लॉर्ड मतलब कोई गॉड की डोमेन है उस पहाड़ के सामने।
Snezhnagrad's just up ahead.
स्नेज़नोग्राड पहुंच गए अपन। नाइस। पाइमन ने बनाई है क्या ये? लेट्स गो। रुक जा रुक जा रुक जा ट्रेन रुक जा। स्नेज़नोग्राड पहुंच गए अपन। ऊपर कोई तो दिख रहा है मेरे को।
Here we are. Welcome to Snezhnagrad train station. The big...
Wow! It's so majestic! Just
It's built for maximum efficiency. But yes, transferring trains here can be a little tiring. In the future, you can use this train station to travel anywhere you want in Snezhnaya. For now, this way. There's a lift car.
चलो 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 गलत वे पॉइंट खोलते हैं। देखिए नाइस। हैव अ कंपेनियन। यूज करते हैं ना काम गया अपना।
A wonderful sight indeed. Why, it reminds me of my homeworld, where at the site of the Princessin of Erthalan, the very blood...
look! Look! They have really funny-looking hats! And those ones are about the same height as Paimon! But it looks like they can't fly!
Those would be Volkudlak and Domovoy. You'll also see the winged Vila and the snowborn Snegovic amongst others.
Snegovic pahad.
Who'd heard that Snezhnaya used to be the realm of the Fae? Paimon can really see it now.
Okay. कोई अपन को फैमिलियर मिलता है क्या यहाँ पे देखते हैं। अच्छा ये लिफ्ट है या रोपवे है? लिफ्ट है। रोपवे जैसी क्यों लग रही है?
To the left is the market of Zolny. They sell everything there. You can often find some nifty little trinkets. To the
Okay.
right, you'll see the Korolyevsky Theater in the distance.
कौन सा थिएटर?
Incredible!
बहुत बड़ी सिटी है ये। मैप खुलेगा। नाइस। ये मेन सिटी है स्नेज़नोग्राड। नाइस। मॉस्को जैसी लग रही है।
I found it pretty... I'm just a small-time hunter, so Zolny is where I spend most of my time. This way will take us to Podvorier restaurant. They offer food and lodging there, so you can get settled in while I fetch the doctor.
Is that gonna be...
Yeah, I mean, there are places to stay in Zolny, but I highly doubt they'd meet your standards. Most of the stoves are out of crystal, the windows are drafty, and at night, Four-legged roommates come out to play, sharpening their claws on the roof beams and floorboards.
Yep, no way. Fine then. It's your treat. Paimon will save her money for buying a nice little cake. Don't worry, you'll get some too.
I'm glad to see you've perked up. If you find yourselves in the mood for some sightseeing later, there's a few places around here worth seeing. This way leads to Zapoliarny Palace, which serves as the Tsaritsa's audience chamber and also her personal quarters.
Zapoliarny Palace, अच्छा
The
ठीक है.
adjacent
और
block
इस
is kind of
chamber
a city
है.
in its own right.
Tsaritsa
That's Glupov, the headquarters of the Fatui.
group of headquarter of Fatui, ठीक है.
Inside, there's a munitions factory known as the Armory Palace, producing a constant supply of all kinds of equipment for the Fatui. And over there is the Snezhnaya Vecha, where all the big shots meet regularly to make policy decisions.
और इसे decision वैश्य में लेते हैं.
These places are
Yeah.
best admired from a distance. I'm sure I don't need to explain why.
Yeah, they probably have super strict security.
The downtown area is near the center of Zapoliarny. That's where you'll find the restaurants, bookstores, and gift shops.
Downtown area, ठीक है. चलते हैं, वहीं
Another
चलते हैं.
place of interest is the Northland Bank, which is over this
Northland
way.
Bank भी तो है. Famous bank.
And I'm sure you'll want to
Correct.
make contact with the Adventurers Guild at some point, right? That's
Ooh, speaking of adventuring, we use alchemy quite a lot. Do you know where we can find a crafting bench?
Crafting bench
no
पता.
one practices alchemy at Snezhnaya, I'm afraid. Apparently there's some historical reason for it.
हाँ? तो लड़का में practice नहीं करता.
We'll just have to use the one on the train then. Huh,
Uh,
kinda inconvenient. Wait, how come there's one on the train if that's Snezhnayan too?
Yeah, I don't know. Not my area of expertise. Still, I wouldn't say the absence of alchemy makes life here any less
Granddaughter
convenient.
use करती थी ना alchemy.
Anyway... Finally, there's Zolny in that direction. That's about it. You guys go ahead and get checked in while I...
Sounds good. Thanks for all the recommendations. It'll be
Podvorye restaurant is right this way.
चलो भाई, कुछ खाते हैं. कुछ होगा अपने पे विश करने को. हमें थोड़े और चाहिए.
All geared up.
Let's go. कुछ खाते हैं.
Looks like you get what you pay for, huh? Paimon likes this room a lot.
अरे रूम भी मिला है. सही है.
Yeah, much better now that we're out of the cold. If this were anywhere else, we'd be out investigating and adventuring by now. But instead, we're stuck here waiting for a doctor. You're right. No need to push ourselves too. A lot happened on our way into the city. Let's review what we've learned so far, and obviously, a million more a question is. Sure was. And so far, we've learned that in addition to the 7 Gnosis, her plan also requires a ton of energy.
मतलब उसको नोसिस के अलावा भी एनर्जी बहुत सारी चाहिए. आपने देखा ना, क्रिस्टल्स ले रही है वो बहुत सारे.
But we won't get to see her anytime soon.
बजट कट ऑफ कर
Aloysius
दिया
said that
लोगों
she
का.
went east to fight that big monster.
हाँ
It
वही
must
है
be a pretty powerful one if it can
monster से
blanket the
लड़ने.
whole of Snezhnaya in a snowstorm this awful.
हम्म,
To be honest, what we're really lacking right now is information. The kind of information that only the higher-ups in the government would know. Not word on the street type of info. Paimon can think of a few people who might be able to help us. But...
सारे सारे
Right!
फटे बीच है.
And when we left Nogcry, Sandrone specifically left a message reminding us which side we're on. So, it's unlikely they
जाने
tell
से
us
पहले
anything
सेंड्रो ने बोला था
confidential
ना.
about the Tsaritsa's grand plan. Yeah, there's gotta be someone there willing to talk to us, right? Maybe Arlecchino or Sandrone? But it's unlikely we could sweet-talk Arlecchino. Let alone Sandrone. She basically told us to stay in her lane already. Yeah, the last time was all the way back in Fontaine, right? Too bad we missed him in Nogcry. Apparently, he came to help out.
Hello. Is there a traveler in Paimon in there?
That's
हेलो
Aloysia.
आ रहा फिर से.
Hello,
इसको लेके
I'm
आया है.
Dr.
अच्छा
Lunova.
डॉक्टर है.
Alosha mentioned that one of you is feeling a little under the weather.
क्या बात है.
I see. So you're my patient today, yes?
सुंदर
And
हुई
you're,
है.
Faye, I presume?
Good question. Paimon's not too sure either. But she's definitely not the same kind of Fae as the ones we saw at the train station.
Not exactly. It's just, I'm used to treating human patients. Fae tend to be far more resilient than even the healthiest and most long-lived of humans. But don't worry, I do have some experience treating Fae. I've even diagnosed plenty of cats and
सब
dogs in
इसको
my
फेक
time.
को समझ रहे हैं.
Safe to
पे
say, I have a fairly
कोई
eclectic range
क्रीचर है
of
जो
expertise.
स्नेज़नाया में रहते हैं.
That'll
छोटे
be
छोटे.
fine. Paimon's basically the same as a human. Right? We're no different when it comes down to it, are we? More like you don't eat enough. The more talking you do, the more you need to eat.
Now, please take a... Okay, vital signs are good. Test results are all within normal ranges. I don't think it's anything serious. More than likely, you've just caught a cold. I can give you some medicine to tide you over. But as long as you rest properly for the next couple of days, you should feel better. Make sure to, if you find yourself with a persistent low-grade fever, or if your symptoms don't improve, just contact me again.
ओके
Sounds like there's
जस्ट
no cause
कोल्ड
for
हुआ था
alarm.
इसको. इतनी देर से इस बात पे रो रही थी बताओ यार.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're very welcome. Just doing my job. I'll leave you in...
Take care. You heard the doctor. Best you rest up here for a couple.
All right, then.
I have to get back to it. If you need anything else from the doctor or me, go to the Hunter Trade Station in Zolny. The boss there knows how to reach me. Hey, no big deal. You saved my life in the Shadow Realm. This is the least I could do.
All right, time to find Child and see what he can tell me.
चलो यार चाइल्ड को ढूंढ के आते हैं. जो सबसे पहला हार्विन चरम में मिला था. उसके बाद इग्नोरा के बाद देखो कुछ बता सकेगा क्या.
Rise with the sun!
दूर है काफी. कहाँ पे है. हाँ दूर तो है. ब्लू पाउच जगह है जहाँ पे फटुई का हार्विन सॉरी फटुई का हेड ऑफिस है.
Light it up!
ब्लू पाउच हेडक्वार्टर है.
with the sun!
Hold on. Please display your invitation letter or permit. Glupov does not accept meeting requests without a prior appointment. You'll have to apply per the advertised booking process and wait. Might I ask who you're hoping to visit? Another one who thinks the rules don't apply to them. I don't understand why people think they can just talk their way in here. You don't just show up and land a meeting with the Harbinger.
another one मतलब क्या कोई और भी था क्या जिसको rules वगैरह मतलब ऐसे ही चला आता था उसके मेरे अलावा.
But I have to go through the motions for protocol's sake. Honestly, it's such a waste of time asking when I already know what the answer's gonna be. Wait a moment. I'll pass on your message. If child is unavailable, you'll have to go through the proper procedure. Lord Child is a busy man. He's probably not in Glupov at present. If I were you, I'd cut your losses. No point waiting any longer. Even if you two are old friends as you claim, please understand that the Fatui Harbingers are often busy with their official duties. They tend not to stay in Glupov for extended periods. Next time, stick to the rules. You'll make life easier for both of us.
कितना सख्त बंदा है. अभी हमको जानता नहीं है ये बंदा कि कौन है हम लोग.
Greetings, Lady Marionette.
Sandron.
I'll take care of our guest here. It's his first time in Snezhnaya, so it's no surprise that he doesn't know the rules yet. I trust no choice words have been exchanged. No misunderstandings I should be aware of.
No, Lady Marionette. No incidents to report. Whew. That was a close call. Good thing I played it cool.
Is that right? Good to know. Wait, where's Paimon?
बीमार है. क्या बताएं? जुकाम हो गया उसको.
Under the weather? That's hard to imagine. She's always buzzing with energy. I take it she's still adapting to the climate. Happens to a lot of people. It's even colder here than in Nodcry. Has she seen a doctor? I can get you one if you need. All right, then. Well, let me know if you run into any other problems. Why else? I was just about to sit down for some much-needed tea time when I heard that an old friend of Tartaglia's had shown up outside. No appointment, nothing. And, as obnoxious as it may be to show up uninvited at Glupov, I couldn't help but take pity on the poor soul who was waiting outside in vain. So I had no choice but to abandon my freshly brewed piping hot tea and come to see this mystery guest for myself. Well, I felt our time working together in Nodcry warranted some courtesy. I couldn't exactly let you freeze to death out here in the wind. Unfortunately, I can't invite you inside either. The rules of Glupov wouldn't allow it, and as a Harbinger, I have to lead by example. On the plus side, Snezhnograd actually has some class, unlike Nasha Town. Torchlight Books has a very nice selection of teas and cakes, so we can catch up there. Your treat, of course.
ज़्यादा निकल रही है।
Because I already wasted one perfectly good cup of tea today. That's why.
Burn it down! Full throttle!
Blue ball.
Light it up! Try and stop me! Rise with the sun!
I've ordered for the both of us. No objections, I assume. I'm sure you trust. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm guessing you don't actually have any urgent business with Tartaglia, per se. You just want information, right?
Yes.
Wanna take a guess?
Yeah.
Of course you'd say that. You shouldn't underestimate Counselor Tartaglia, you know. That's right. I'm sure you've heard of the Snezhnograd Vecha by now. Well, he's busy preparing some paperwork for their next meeting. They'll be discussing yet another extension to Project Stuzha. It's basically all anyone cares about in the Vecha these days.
Tension of Stuzha.
Yeah, he's more of the shoot first, ask questions later sort, isn't he? It all started with a very detailed letter that Capitano left for the jester, Piero, before leaving for Natlan. In that letter, he detailed the future arrangements for his subordinates. All of his key people were reassigned to Tartaglia. I guess he'd already prepared to leave us for good all the way back then. But Piero didn't reveal the contents of the letter until the events in Natlan had concluded. That was his reaction, too. Why me? With a bewildered look on his face. He'd always assumed Capitano looked down on him. He was a man who kept his thoughts to himself and barely spoke to him the whole time they'd known each other. But he occasionally brought Tartaglia along to my tea parties back in the day. So to the rest of us, it was clear that Capitano had quite a lot of respect for his young comrade. By the rest of us, I mean my tea party regulars. Arlecchino, Rosaline, and... actually, not Columbina. She was probably oblivious to it. Anyway, then the Liu-S situation happened. Normally, it took a lot to get under Capitano's skin, but that time he was furious. It's not really my place to talk about it, though. You can ask Tartaglia about it sometime. Basically, Tartaglia probably had the wrong idea about Capitano all along, right up until Piero revealed the letter he'd left behind. Capitano believed that despite Tartaglia's immaturity, he showed great potential. Plus, he possessed a kind of purity rarely seen among members of the Fatui. Yeah, it's one of the few things that I'd agree those two have in common. But there's one other reason why Capitano chose Tartaglia to assume command of his troops. He knew that after he was gone, several of the others would swoop in on his army like vultures. With the ones who stood to benefit the most being the rooster Pulcinella and Regrator Pantalone. Once they divided Capitano's troops between them, they'd be more powerful than ever. No one would be able to stop them. So, you can see why Capitano chose to hand that letter to Piero, right? Exactly. Piero also needed to back a harbinger as soon as possible. And, all things considered, Tartaglia was the best choice. Even though Tartaglia has had the support of Northland Bank for a long time, he and Pantalone are ultimately not cut from the same cloth. I'd say Capitano made a good judgment call. Anyone else caught in this situation would probably feel like they'd been hung out to dry. His best course of action will be to distance himself from any shady business, while still maintaining friendly relations with Pantalone, but seeking Pulcinella's support at the same time. What's the point in having a tea party if you don't spill a little tea? Besides, none of this is confidential anyway. Ask any journalist out there. They'll give you all the lurid details. You'll see it firsthand if you ever sit in on a session of the Snezhnograd Vecha. All the factional strife, whether open or unspoken, it plays out for all to see in that one little room. Having a voice in a Vecha is the only way to steer policies in your favor. So, every person in that room represents a particular interest group. Pantalone, for instance, represents the financial sector, and Tartaglia represents the Fatui soldiers. Personally, I have no interest in political jousting, but since I have a number of engineers and researchers under my command, I have to make their voices heard. Then there's Pulcinella, the linchpin of the Vecha. He represents politics itself. Everything involves him, so nothing can bypass him. Any issue that comes up, he knows how to mediate. That's what the Tsaritsa values most about him.
I'm starting to see why everyone is so frustrated with the way things are, but also powerless to change it. A complex web of interests connects all parties involved, and the Tsaritsa sitting at the top adds another layer of complexity. It must be nearly impossible.
jealous है क्या तू?
I've been hanging around with lately. Always beating about the bush when they talk. I guess it must have... Anyway, just ask for my help next time, okay?
Lady Marionette.
What now? Can't you see
Sorry to disturb you during your break, ma'am.
Isn't it always? I've told you before. Fixing the tracks and transporting ice blocks does not constitute an emergency.
The equipment in Svietlo light. The supports on one of the machines broke and fell, awakening. Luckily, Odette's team was nearby and launched.
I guess that's it then. Our tea party will have to end here. Do you actually want to come with, or are you just saying that? Nice of you to return the favor. I'll have a couple of people look after Paimon. They can let her know that you had to step out for a while. Given how urgent this is, I'm sure she'll understand. And honestly, I'd rather have your help than anyone. Then let's go. You, take 2 people to Pavoyer restaurant. Find his room and watch it like a hawk until we get back. If anything happens to Paimon, you'll be answering to me.
Yes, Lady Marionette.
आई थिंक हमने काफ़ी इंफॉर्मेशन ले लिया है सेंटर ओनर से कि आर्ट इंडिया को कब से काउंसिलर बना दिया है। कैपिटन उन्होंने लेटर में मेंशन किया था, तो मैनेज कर रहा है वैसे कि मीटिंग्स वगैरह, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन वगैरह। तो काइंड ऑफ उसने चीज़ें बहुत बताई है कि प्रोजेक्ट टूशा को एक्सटेंड करने के ऊपर बात चल रही है, काउंसिलिंग हो रही है उसकी। बाकी कई इंफॉर्मेशन अपने को मिल रही है, तो इसके आगे अगली लाइव स्ट्रीम में कवर करेंगे। ठीक है, तो यही एंड कर रहा हूँ मैं। सब्सक्राइब कर दो, शेयर कर दो।
Many insects have a compulsion to follow the light, and humans are the